Hi everyone, my name is Jess and I am a thriftaholic, and because I'm a thriftaholic, I have a thrift haul to show you guys. It is vintage, so if you are interested in learning about vintage or you like selling vintage yourself, stick around. I went shopping today and went to 2 thrift stores. I didn't have too much time, but I did find decent items. So the first item I'm going to show you is a men's vintage embroidered Thunderbird shirt. Here is the tag. Cotton knit 2X is like the best size. Made in the USA. It almost looks like a waffle weave, like the thermal, but it's an illusion. So it's nice. Got this one at Goodwill, so I did pay $4 for it, but it's a 90s shirt, and because of the size, I'm hoping to get $40 for that. Here is a piece. I paid 50 cents for it at a local thrift store that I haven't gone to in a while. So this I got based off of style. Most of the vintage pieces I get are for style. So here is a midi or maxi skirt with the faux wrap, beautiful colors, the fringe detail on the edge. Has an elastic waist so it can fit more than one size. It is a petite large, but like I said, it's got an elastic waist, so it can fit probably a 12, maybe 14 and up. It's decent size, and pockets. It's like a flannel. It's 100% cotton, but it feels like flannel. It is so soft, and I'll probably want $40 for that. I'm trying to think where to lay my clothes. The next item I have is a vintage men's hunting vest. It is see-through. It's very thin. It's by Ideal. Made in the USA. This is really old. And some of these do have value. I didn't check comps on this one. It has the pockets, and then where you put your, I don't know, is it called game? Like after you kill it? I don't know. We're not hunters in our family, but so yeah, that was, I think most of the items I got were 50 cents at this one thrift store. When I walked in, their clothing and shoes were half off. So unfortunately their shoes were really like not worth it, but I got some decent items for the clothing. Here we have a vintage Champions long sleeve crew neck. It's got like the perfect black fade, made in the USA. This will sell pretty fast. I'll have to check comps. It does have a little bit of cracking. Typical, due to the age, but it's a nice quality cotton, probably 90s shirt. Size large. Looks like it's true to size. So, again, I don't know what I'll charge for that one yet. And that was, like I said, 50 cents. This one was 50 cents as well. And this is absolutely gorgeous. I love the color. And it has what's called a balloon sleeve. And I love the cuff, or the end of the sleeve, I guess, where, so it's got this nice draping with the sleeve and the high neck, almost like a turtleneck. Perfect color. It's a polyester. It's got the partial zip in the back. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Okay, this one, I thought it was vintage, but I don't think it's not as old as I was hoping. Here we have a men's army coat. Has the badge here. And then it has a patch on the arm. So I bought another army coat that I'll get to in a minute, but I will show you a modern army coat versus a vintage army coat in case you are not too familiar with vintage. So if you see here, do you see how the zipper is different? And I can just tell, like the snaps and stuff, the vintage ones have like a gold brass tone to them. These do not. The quality is still really well because, it's an army jacket, but I don't think it is super vintage. There is the tag. And I'm trying to think. So I paid $5 for it, and I checked comps just to like get a ballpark, and they were really bad, like $20. But I have a vintage parka, like an army parka, and I checked and I sold one exact same style, and I sold it last week for $100 on Etsy overnight from the exact same style with the actual liner. And so I think I can get $125 to $150 for it. So this may sell more so on Etsy. I'll have to get the year, or at least the decade, so I can see if I can put it on Etsy. But I mean, I can still make money on it since it was only $5, but probably not as much as I was hoping for. This one is actually the one second non-vintage piece. It's a faux suede, like open front, really thin jacket. Very soft. It is Romeo and Juliet couture. It's for me. It's just like this beige. It'll go with anything if I ever leave the house. Here we have a women's maxi leather skirt. It is amazing. It's really thick and heavy. It is lined. There are no interior tags, but I will let you know how I figured out it was vintage. So this zipper, these like mini zippers were really common in the 80s. I don't know if it's going to focus, but it has pockets. The quality is amazing. It has a few like stitching lines here from joining the leather, and it's not teeny tiny. I would say it's like a size 10. So I'll model this, and I don't know, probably do like $75. This piece I got near the end of my shopping trip. It just rolled out on to the sales floor at Goodwill. It is amazing. It's a cardigan with this really, I love the colors, like Aztec Southwestern print. And it has it on the back as well. Absolutely beautiful. And it's on the sleeves. Here is the tag. And I paid $4 for it. Now when I got it home, because like I said, I grabbed this right before I was leaving, and it has belt loops, and it was once a cardigan, but all of the buttons are missing but the very bottom one. So I'm just going to take off this one, and I have tons of buttons, and I will have to stitch them on, but it will take me about 5 minutes. And these, okay, something that was like super weird with this sweater, these belt loops are not even. One is about 2 inches higher on the other side than this one. Makes no sense to me, so I'm simply just going to cut them off because I don't think it's a men's sweater, and I don't have a knit sash to go with it, so I'm just going to cut it off. It didn't really do much for the sweater, so it'll just be a vintage men's cardigan. And this piece should do well. I would probably try to get $75 for it. Here we have a women's open front nubby knit sweater in like an oatmeal. I love nubby knits. They are very soft and cozy. There's that. It's got like gathered detailing along the neckline and total granny core for sure. It's by a brand I've never heard of, but like I said, vintage pieces, it doesn't matter. It's acrylic, made in Taiwan, and 50 cents. That one is more of a simple piece. I'll probably do like $30, maybe $35. Okay, so here is it's like a 1970s army parka. And like I said, I had the exact same model that had a hole in it, and it was missing the liner and the hood. And I sold it overnight on Etsy for $100. And so this one has the liner. And yeah, exact same one. So I modeled it, and so I don't know if that helps sell it or what, but like I said, I should be able to get over $100 for this one easily. So that's why I paid up, because it was almost $11. But if I can make 10 times my money or more, that's great. Okay, so this next piece is, it's probably the second time I've ever picked up fur. But if I find fur at a thrift store, I don't turn my nose up to it, because it needs, like, if an animal was killed for that, you need to wear it. I don't know, I think it's a waste if you have a fur coat and you don't wear it, or if this would end up in a landfill. Very sad. So I had to save this 80s rabbit fur coat made in Hong Kong. There is the label. Is it Dino Rico? Dino Rico. It's a really beautiful burgundy, like gorgeous. It surprisingly did not have anybody's name. Normally in the 80s, you would have your name sewn in right here. It's in overall good condition. There is one spot where it's missing some of its fur, but you can only see it if you're up close and you're like looking from the down. So I'll have to kind of camouflage, like, because you can see the skin. So I'll have to darken it with a marker or something to kind of cover it up, but I will disclose that in my listing. So surprisingly, fur, depending on what kind of fur, does not resell for a whole lot, but I'm guessing this will probably do better on Depop or Etsy, or maybe even a newer platform I started selling on, shopthrilling.com. So anyways, I paid a whole $2 for it, so we are getting near the end. Okay, that's it for clothing. I have 2 pieces of hard goods. This one I am keeping for my youngest child. It's a 1970s tabletop toy. It's a musical busy box, and it is almost fully functional. Everything works, but the bell, well, no, I take that back. We were trying to do it with it laying down, and maybe you're supposed to have it hanging up like this, because now it's working, but everything works. It's really cute. It's got Disney characters on it. It even has some cute little mushrooms. I do need to wipe it up a little bit. There's like dust and stuff on it, so I need to clean it up a little bit, but it's from 1977, and my little girl enjoyed it. It's like when I first brought it in the door, so I just need to wipe it down a little bit. And then the last item I have for you guys, of course, you know I love picking up vintage blankets or linens. Have a knit blanket. I love the colors and the knit. It's not a typical knit. You stitching experts, I don't even know the difference between crochet and knit, but I'm sure this is knit. Like, let me know in the comments, like, good keywords for what kind of weave this is. It does have like the yarn fringe edge, and I like the detail along here. It's a, let's see the size of it. It's not huge. It's like the standard like blanket size that you'd put on your couch. It wouldn't, I don't think this would fit on a bed, but it was a whole $2. So, and I'd probably like to get $35 for it. So I spent a total of $12 at the first thrift store, and then at Goodwill I spent about $35. So overall I did pretty well for, you know, just like a quick trip. I was probably in each thrift store 30 to 45 minutes total, which is short for me. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please give me a thumbs up and like the video on your way out. All right, have a thriftilicious day, guys. Bye.